How do you put on a headscarf? It's my first time in Saudi Arabia. In Riyadh, wearing a headscarf is mandatory.
Entire outfit with 35 degrees outside. Is it? You got adjusted to that, right? Yeah. Yeah, because it's really hot, you know? It's really hot.
This is Glowwork, a recruitment company for Saudi women.
There is no gender in success, it says right here at Glowwork. But the strict segregation of genders is one of the biggest challenges to overcome, even here at Glowwork. Females cannot mix with the opposite sex. You see here men in one room and women are separated working in another room.
The founder of Glowwork tells me separate workplaces were set up for women to respect their privacy. But he says greater interaction would actually improve the output.
The only thing lacking is the social barrier, the communication gap between men and women. Once that's over, then we'll start seeing more integration of women into the labor market.
The agency is the first stop for international visitors wanting to learn about women here. Khalid proudly names some foreign politicians.
This is Frank Steinmeier, who came to our office 2 years back. We have John McCain, senator.
The agency connects Saudi women with retail, consulting or manufacturing companies, and it wants to rebrand the image of Saudi women.
Don't ask a Saudi woman that's living abroad and says that she's suppressed. And if she cares about her country, she would come back and do something about it, because today is the time for change.
Maha Al-Osman wants to be part of that change. She's one of the few willing to show her face on camera, something that's traditionally considered indecent. She's 24, an intern studying marketing.
I think it's difficult for everyone, whether they're female or males. So, I mean, it's just because we're new to this and we're trying to find jobs. It's okay. I mean, it's the same, I think. I don't think there is much difference.
But there is. 1/3 of working-age Saudi women are unemployed. That's nearly 6 times higher than the unemployment rate among men. The country can't afford that. Saudi Arabia's sudden focus on women is part of Vision 2030, a government plan to create jobs in the private sector and diversify the economy. It can no longer rely on oil revenues alone. Prices and demand are volatile. Saudi Arabia needs to tap into new sectors like the service industry, tourism and technology. I'm now in Jeddah, a city on the coast. Less conservative than Riyadh, it's more open to change. Here, I can take off my headscarf. Progress in Saudi Arabia tends to happen here first. Take this taxi company, for example. It wants to hire female drivers, though the ban on women driving hasn't even been lifted yet.
I feel that the change has been happening too fast, that no one is actually believing it, you know, and what used to be like a taboo on no in the past is now just normal and legal and just life.
So far, every driver here is male. As of June, women will finally be allowed to drive themselves.
At the beginning, I used to get a lot of concerns from our male captains. They were like, "Are we gonna shut down? You know, it's 70% of our customer base are women." I don't think that women driving will really impact the ride-hailing industry in Saudi. It's flourishing everywhere.
But segregation is visible, even in this elevator, for women only. It's a question of decency. Unmarried women are not supposed to mix with men. On the way to my next stop, of course, I'm not allowed to drive. In Saudi Arabia, a woman's independence depends largely on her male guardian's willingness to relinquish control. My driver doesn't mind that women will soon be allowed to drive.
It's a good thing. It's their decision if they want to drive. Maybe they need money and would like to work as a driver.
While traveling through the kingdom, I sense a lot of euphoria among women pursuing independence and greater self-determination. This is 17-year-old Nouf. She wants to become a pilot one day. For now, she's working in a food truck. Her father encourages her to make her own money and be independent.
How do you think about the future for women in Saudi Arabia?
The future will be good. It will be more equal between men and women will be able to develop more than men. They've started to do some really good things for women.
We'll listen to some music.
Do you like it? Or it's strange? Do you like it or no? Yes?
Listening to music in public, that's also new in Saudi Arabia. It's only when the camera is off that these women dare to tell me that their level of freedom still depends on their male chaperones.